Hunter Greene, he's making a very strong case for Cy Young this year. He's absolutely killing it. What's been the difference for him this year, you think?
Ah, man, that's a great question. I think a lot of it stems around confidence. I mentioned that in the booth yesterday was that like him being named an all-star, I think he needed someone to like give him that accolade and like let him know like you're really good. Like we all could say it, but until he like was on the all-star team and kind of earned that title, that's I think that did a lot for him. I think it was really good for him to know that how good he can be and he is and he will be. And I think that his pace has sped up a little bit, which I like. He has a little bit of more no fear on the fastball. His fastball is better this year than it was last year. It's spinning a little bit better. I've done some like more analytical deep dives on his fastball. It just has a little bit more vertical break than it did last year, which I think gives him the confidence to throw it in the zone more and not have to be so fine. I think last year he was like trying to be very fine with his fastball, like hit the corner. I have to throw my 99 in the corner. It's going to get hit. And I think this year he's like, I just want to fill up the zone. And by having a little bit better pitch, it gives you more freedom to fill up the zone, which then gets you ahead of guys, gets you, in a better count. And then, the numbers game says, 0-1, the hitting percentage goes down by like half. So, he's winning a lot of 0-1 or a lot of 0 counts. He's winning a lot of 1-1 counts. He's just doing the things right. And so I think those are a couple of the metrics that are really important to his success.
You mentioned just like trying to throw it on the corners. I saw a quote from David Bell. He said Hunter's attacking guys with more conviction. Is that what it comes down to like not being afraid to like throw it more in the strike zone, trying to not be too fine? Because is that hard for a pitcher to also like get over that or to just like be able to throw it in the zone? Because like I wouldn't want to just throw it in the middle. Like I feel like I would want to do it on the corners, but that's also where probably guys run into trouble.
So if you threw it in the middle 10 times and you got 10 swing and misses, would you still fear throwing it down the middle?
Good point. Yeah. No.
So I think that um, confidence comes from doing it. And so like he has more conviction of throwing the ball because he's getting better results by doing that. And now it's kind of like a correlation that's both feeding both sides. So it's like he's throwing more strikes because he's getting more swing and misses. And now that he's getting more swing and misses, he's throwing more strikes. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to nibble the zone and then every time you throw it in the zone, it's a hit, you're going to be like, well, I don't want to throw it in the zone. So then you don't throw it in the zone as much and then it gets hit. So it's kind of a double-sided sword on that. And I think he's leveraging a situation. He throws 100. So it's like, why not? Let's go. Me versus you. Here we go.
I'm so glad you broke it down like that because it makes so much more sense. Because I always hear these quotes about, yeah, you have to go after guys, you have to, let it eat. And I'm just like, well, what does that mean for somebody that's never played baseball like that? Like that was a really good job of breaking it down. So you're a Texas guy. You've played outside in the heat. Um, have you ever puked on the mound before?
No, no, I have not. I saw him doing that the other night. The heat, it gets hot, it's humid and, high stress as well. You're in the major league level. Um, I've never puked. I'm not a puker, but some people are. And he pukes a few times. It's so funny, man. I feel bad for him. He just takes some Tums in between innings, but
That's always where I'm at because I think he's done it a couple times on the mound,
Yeah,
and it's
yes,
like
yes.
I'm like, oh, that's got to be so awful. Like that's just gonna be the
Yeah.
worst.
Poor guy. I love Hunter. He's awesome. He's awesome. He
Ugh.